Hello, friends, and welcome back to the show. Today is a monumental day, and I just want to breathe it in and celebrate it with you. And for those who are on YouTube, I am doing this with an actual live video for you. Typically, my YouTube episodes are audio. I know, just bear with us. It's difficult to record video while walking in the forest. For my listening audience, hello, hello. You can't see this right now, but I'm holding up Little Big Beautiful Things. The time that I'm recording this for my YouTube friends, it's still my proof copy. I am waiting for my author copies to arrive. And the birthing of this book, baby, has been quite a journey. It has spanned the last 4 years. And man, when I think about the words on these pages and what they have done in me, I feel so grateful because it has been such a beautiful ride. And um, I'm going to say this, the response to the book for my early readers it's blown me away. And so I feel so excited and humbled that this day is here and that you get to dive into these pages, to meet yourself in these pages. One of the things that I love so much about poetry is that it is a medium, it is a style of writing that brings you home to yourself. And that's really the thesis of my work in general. And I find that when you read these poems, they are vivid. They bring up lots of visuals. Excuse me, I just dropped that. To help you see yourself in the story in a way that I think, prescriptive nonfiction, memoir-esque type books can do, of course, but I think that they don't do it in the same way that poetry can. And I also think one of the things I'm really excited about for you guys is that poetry to me is like brain candy. There's lots of white space on these pages. And I made the font a pretty good size because, no need to pull out the readers if we don't have to here. And I'm in that chapter of being ready for them. My daughter, we were actually away this past weekend and we were in anthropology, and there were these really sort of cute reader blue light blocking glasses. And I almost convinced myself to get them, and I put them on, and my friend and my daughter were like, "Those are so cute." And then I looked in the mirror and I was just like, and my daughter said, "Mom, don't buy those." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because you don't want them yet." And I was like, what a wise girl. What a wise girl. I left them in the store. So today is the day of days, and I'm going to be reading like a couple poems from the book to celebrate this day with you. But the most important thing, my beloved podcast community listeners, is that I need your support in supporting the book and purchasing it and going and buying it for your besties and gifting it this holiday season. It is on Amazon and you can go get it right now. Just type in my name. But the easiest way to get to the book is amberlilyestrom.com/books. And you can directly access the link to Little Big Beautiful Things, as well as Paddle Home, Master Your Money Mind, all of my books. But it's Little Big's birthday. And so we want to make a big splash. And I said this to my friends. I mean, can you even imagine if this book became a bestseller? And I just feel like we can do it. I really feel like we can do it. And so please go buy the book. Please go buy the book. Okay. I also have some special things for you if you do buy the book that I want to offer to you. So I'm going to get all my commercial stuff out of the way right now. I'm going to be hosting a live launch party on Zoom on Friday. And some of my nearest and dearest are going to be there. I'm going to force them to read some poems that they don't even know that I'm going to make them do that yet. And I'm going to be reading from Little Big Beautiful Things live. And my dear friend, Kristen, is going to be asking me questions. She's an incredible poet in her own right. She's going to be interviewing me, asking questions. You will get to ask questions in real time about the process of writing this book. You can be so bold as to ask questions about specific poems in here if that moves you. And the way to get access to that session, as well as an upcoming Pick My Brain business coaching session. So I'm going to host like just sort of a free-for-all business coaching session. Anything you want to bring. You don't have to be an existing client. You can just be somebody who has a business and you want to come and ask questions and get some coaching. Hosting that on December 11th. And so you can go to amberlilyestrom.com/LBBT and you can upload your receipt of the purchase of the book with your email, and you will get a ticket to come to the launch party and to get access to these 2 special events. And I hope that you will join me in real time. It will just be so much fun and really intimate and really powerful and personal. Okay. So I want to just kick off first by saying thank you to my team, to Kristen, to Jamie, to Monica, whose photography is featured in this book, to my husband, Ben, who's played a huge role in supporting the process, to my best friends, to Rachel Camfield and Leah Pickard and Tracy O'Malley, and of course, Kristen Hubbard, again, for being early readers, for reviewing it, for giving me feedback, for celebrating it. It just wouldn't exist if it weren't for their help. I want to thank Mark Nepo, who is a beloved mentor and friend to me. And he wrote an endorsement for me on the cover. And so that is just like pinch me dream status. And I want to thank you because everybody here has been so encouraging. The way you reshare some of these pieces that I've written, the way that you share it with your friends, and your colleagues, with your partners, the way this work has gotten wings because of you is life-changing to me. So, yeah. All right. So I want to get into some poems because I have a feeling that's probably what you're here for today. I'm going to start with a brand new one that I wrote that is actually not even in this early reader copy that I'm holding in my hand. Is that not hilarious? So I'm going to open that up and read it to you. And this one is called Shadows, and it's actually the last poem that I added to the manuscript to finish out the book. Okay. But do your eyes sparkle when you tell me about your dreams? And how many times have you crawled out from the darkness to remember your light? The truth is, no goal I have ever reached has spared me from having to meet the parts of myself I spent so long trying to outrun. The real victory comes in turning to face our shadows, realizing that a shadow can exist only when it meets the light. I wrote that one sort of like in 2 parts. And I remember distinctly writing it in response to this deep feeling that, if it's not art, I'm not into it. If it's not something that is lighting your heart and your soul on fire, if it's not lighting you up from the inside out, then what is the point of the thing? And how we so often in our businesses, I mean, really, I'm bringing this back to business because it's something I talk about every single day. When we do things from a place of like compulsory, like there's an obligatory sort of approach, it just feels less alive. And my whole thing is about the aliveness. It's about who I'm being while I'm doing. It's about what it feels like to be me in the world, and really liking it, like really choosing it, really being consciously aware. Um, and so I want to just offer that to you to think about, what makes your eyes sparkle? What lights you up? What makes you feel alive? I think that in and of itself is the key. And a cue in your business is if it doesn't feel like that, then what do you want to do about it? Yeah. Okay, let's do another one. I wrote some poems about my mom in this book that are very special to me. I wrote a lot of poems about motherhood and the experience of being a mother. I think I'm going to do this one. It's called Holy Minutes. My family left for school. The house is quiet and my mind races with all there is to do. but the light is coming through the window on my favorite chair and it's whispering, slow down. I have 90 holy minutes to just be here. And the laundry needs folding and the dishes are screaming to be put away. But the leaves have just fallen and the cool autumn air is the relief that I've been waiting for. So I walk down the gravel drive thinking of our mothers and their holy minutes. The quiet and the chaos, the demands that won the day, the compounding weight we carry. We're more alike than we've ever been different. Oh, how we take turns and pass torches, tending to our worlds like solemn gardeners, steadily tilling the soil in preparation for what only we can know will one day come. Still, there are bills to be paid and meals to be made, but for now, I'll live each minute like a lifetime, sipping in silence, scratching words on this page, daring myself not to count each leaf as it falls, trading the race for respite, living each breath like a prayer. I feel like that one speaks for itself. And if you can see here, these are some of the sort of like pop out, pull out pages for those who are watching this on YouTube with Monica's beautiful photography. I am obsessed with it. And I think one of the things that feels most thematic throughout this book is you're going to see my hands a lot in these photos. And a major reason for that, which is so funny because when I created it, I didn't realize that every single picture in the book basically has my hands in it. There are a couple with my feet. But really the reason why is because I'm a count by touching kind of girl, which means that I feel like I live through the world by like feeling it and touching it and perceiving it and being up close with it. One of my dear friends, Christy, talks to me about how, she said when she came to the tree house and she was here in our home, and she said, I feel like you just have these tiny altars everywhere. And for those who are watching it, I have like little crystals and I have little shells and feathers, of course. Like, what else would you have on the base of your computer monitor? I don't know. That's what I have. And I feel like my hands are the way that I feel the world. Like it's how I bring things into my cells and experience. And yeah. So thank you, Monica, again for capturing the story in my hands. Okay, I'm going to read one more for us on the podcast just to give you a little taste, just to give you a little flavor for what is inside of Little Big Beautiful Things. And that one will break your heart into a million pieces. So I'm going to save that one for you to have that experience later. Okay. I actually just wrote this poem. This was probably the second to last one that made it into the book just a week or two ago. And it's called Heart Change. Somewhere over these miles and memories, we became new versions of ourselves, different from the ones we held grievances with, different from the ones who earned them. Living our apologies over soup and story, becoming tender through photos and subtext, walking in the quiet moments to realize the one still battling the invisible opponent is me. But he's not here anymore, even though his form still moves through the world, and she's not the one she once was. Neither am I. I walk through the living room of my childhood home, twinkle lights on the mantle, Halloween decorations on the stairs, and I put down my shield in silence. There's no point left to make. No apology worth raising a sword for. The war had been over years ago, and like a weary prisoner, I stepped out into the light. Let the doves fly free, sound the horns. Our holy hallelujah, the heart change is here. That one gets me. What's your heart change? What's your heart change? Are you putting down the sword? What war is over in your world that perhaps you've been continuing to engage with? Thank you, friends, for celebrating this day with me, for being a part of this journey with me, for supporting this book as she spreads her wings and flies out into the world and lands on nightstands and bookshelves and in purses. That's, I think, my wildest hope is that this book becomes a purse book where you bring it with you. Becomes a book that you want to gift to somebody that you love. Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to share myself in this way. And you can grab it at amberlilyestrom.com/books. Thank you for popping the confetti with me today. I love you. I love you. I love you. Holy hallelujah. Has this been a stretchy journey? The launch included. And today just feels like we made it. I love you. I'll see you back here next week. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.